everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Season 1, Episode 1 of Kickin It with Coton House. I'm Caitlin, a realtor with Coton House Realty.
I'm Kayla, also a realtor here at Coton House.
And I'm Venetia, also a realtor here at Coton House.
And on today's episode, we are going to be reflecting back on our year for 2021 and setting our goals for 2022.
Man, was it a year. 2021 was, what was it? I call it like the sequel of 2020. So it was like 2020 Reloaded 2.0. So what was like 2021 like? What was 2021 like for you, Kayla?
It was crazy. Like you said, it was kind of like a second 2020, which sucked, but there was also a lot of good things that came out of it.
Yeah.
Good personal things, good business things. But I'm definitely excited for 2022.
Yeah, so for me, for 2021, it was a very exciting year, but scary at the same time. Mm-hmm. Because anytime you have to step out of your comfort zone, it's very scary.
What?
So, a lot of people don't know this because, well, it seems like I just started real estate this year. But I actually got my license in 2019.
Okay.
Right? So my first year in real estate, I didn't sell jack. Okay.
But that's most agents. Yeah. That's most agents.
I mean, I think I did one apartment lease and that was it. So it was a hard year. So after that experience, I was so discouraged. In 2020, I gave up altogether. So I was at home just quarantining the whole year.
just threw it up like,
on the sidelines. And then, so 2021 came and I was like, okay, that's it. I'm tired of sitting around not doing anything. There are a lot of agents who didn't do very good their first year.
Yeah.
So it's
Every agent.
Right. It's just time for me to get back into the marketplace and try again. So even though I was scared, I did it. And so it was very uncomfortable, very scary. But, I mean...
So, all right. Since you got your license in 2019, 2020 you decided to just kind of like call it quits.
Right.
In 2021... did you do more transactions or did you hit at least one of your goals in 2021 after you decided to quit in 2020?
So 2021, as far as my career, was totally different from the first time around. So this time, I had took courses. I had a lot of knowledge that I didn't have the first time around.
You basically
I actually made a business plan. I put in more effort. And so I saw growth with my marketing on social media. I had leads coming in all the time, and I was like, this is totally new for me.
Yeah.
Because I would get like one lead. 2019.
It was like your cousin or something.
A friend or something. Hey, I got a homie that needs some help.
So this time, I was determined to be successful, and I took a different approach, so I got different results.
So you basically, you made a commitment to your choice to do better, and you followed through, and you got results from it.
Right.
That's a learning point.
And you've done amazing. I would have never guessed that you got your license in 2019.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, like I wouldn't either.
Great.
I wouldn't either. So congratulations on every obstacle you overcame to get to where you are now, and to be able to like talk about it and be confident. Like, hey, I ain't do nothing, but I'm doing something now, and it's working. Like, so 2021, like, what was life like? I know you said there was like some personal things, there was like career things. Yeah. What were some things that was like either really dope in 2021 for you, or kind of like how she had to kind of get over herself and like make a decision? Like, what were some things you was dealing with?
I think the biggest thing, let's start out with the most important, I got engaged.
Woo! It's a wife.
So I turned into a fiance in 2021. Hopefully I'll be a wife by 2022.
Come on.
But yeah, I did that. We moved, me and my fiance moved into a new place, so that was exciting.
That's big.
And then I got my biggest, I think this year, I'm going on 4 years now as a realtor. I won't really count the first one because it's like you get your license and you don't really do.
You don't do nothing.
So I would say this was my biggest year as far as just growth and business and meeting goals, and I had my biggest listing ever, which was really, really excited.
I remember that listing. I remember the open house.
We sold it in 5 days.
Come on, Kayla.
So
Come on, Kayla.
It was really a blessing. I was really, really excited to get that one. So.
That is really, really, really dope. So 2021 for me, like I said, it was kind of like the sequel of 2020. Like, it just kind of kept taking off. I think for me, I've been licensed for about 4.5 years now. Yeah, about 4 years now. And for me, between 2020 and 2021, everything that I established and the relationships that I established before that I thought were like insignificant or just kind of like, oh yeah, I did a rental or I did like a, a lease, and it's okay. Those same people came back to me and bought. So I was like, oh, this is real what they be saying. Like, they really come back.
Yeah.
So I was able to start closing on the relationships that I had nourished from years ago. And in 2021, like, I don't know what I was doing. I think I started feeling myself because I started getting up at 10 o'clock and just like, I was not trying to get up. It was like, I'm an entrepreneur. I ain't got no schedule. I'm about to stay in the bed for a little minute. But it was just like, okay. You can't do that.
We gotta get up.
You can't do that, sis. Like, don't get too comfortable. You can't do that. So I think 2021. I think for all of us, I think I could speak for all. Say like it was great ups and downs and lessons in there.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean. Kind of like be ready to take us to 2022. Yeah. So as far as like where we're going in 2022, what's one of the biggest things you guys would say was maybe like an obstacle for you to kind of get over, whether it was getting over yourself, getting into a routine, getting out of your own way, whether it was family, it was, personal, career, like what was one of the biggest things that you kind of got yourself through in the last year?
So for me, I would say the biggest thing I had to overcome was getting over the fear of the unknown. Sometimes when we don't have all of the details and we don't know what the end result is going to be, we're like, well, I don't want to risk that. But a lot of people who are successful, they take risks.
Yeah.
So, like, I really just had to step out on faith and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
No matter
I love that. Step out on faith.
Yeah, I had to step out on faith. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stop being fearful of what's going to happen.
Was your stepping out to do real estate full time and not having a backup plan?
Oh, absolutely. Let me tell y'all.
That is scary.
I cannot work for someone else. Okay? I remember... I think this was in high school. I don't know, or after high school. I worked at H-E-B for one day. I worked at H-E-B for one day. The lady said bag groceries, and I said, bag groceries? This person has two hands. Why would I put your groceries in a bag? Absolutely not.
Oh, that's fun. That was me when I started waitressing. I think I made it a week, and I was like,
I cannot work for someone else. I can't.
I think that's what we all are in the same boat. Like, yeah, I couldn't do it. Like, I was at work and I got a call from a client real quick and I was like, wait, I'm a realtor and I'm trying to do everything part-time. She's like, put your phone away. You can't have your phone at your desk. I'm like,
no, I'm trying
can I get like 5 minutes? Like, somebody want to buy a house.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, no, put your phone away and wait till your break. I was like,
about to put my 2 weeks notice in.
You better hope I come back after lunch break. You better hope I come back. So, I relate to that so much. Like, I think when like you are ready to kind of step out and do something, like it really does pull you. Like those type of situations happen. You just be like,
you just have to go.
Yeah.
And the other thing I learned was preparing for success. A lot of, especially with real estate, everyone wants to get into real estate because they see these realtors who drive expensive cars and they're closing deals. But it's like, this is a business. You have to have a business plan. You have to prepare to be successful in real estate.
And
so
you
that's
don't know what goes into it.
Because everyone wants to show the glam, obviously, and the $1 million listings and the cars and everything. It's like, that's 20%
what goes into it to get it, though?
Right,
like, what happens to get it? How many listing appointments did you go on to get there? First of all, how many rejections did you get? You know what I mean? Like, how much preparation did you have to sit up for and like run comps and go drive by the area and like, you know what I mean? Like, how much did you actually have to do to get that? You don't just be able to post a picture on Instagram. I sold a $2 million house. That doesn't happen in your sleep. You know what I mean? Like, it takes work and it takes preparation.
Right. And no realtor is going to tell you. My first year, I struggled. I didn't sell anything. They won't tell you where they started. They'll just show you what's going on right now.
Yeah, very, very true. Very, very true. And now with social media, like, you could not even be in a location and put that you at that location. So people be like, oh, this person is, like, if you post something, you'd be like, I'm in St. Martin, but you really sitting in your living room. So people are like, oh, they getting money, they closing deals, they doing, you sitting on the couch.
It's like that pics from 2018.
You sitting on the couch and you are like, so people are falling in love with the idea like, oh, realtors like have this glamorous life and they make thousands and thousands of dollars.
It's like there's also months where you make zero.
That part.
Right.
Yeah.
That part. And if you are not prepared,
if you don't have a plan.
Right.
when you do get your phone flooded with referrals or people calling you, if you're not prepared, they all slip through the cracks.
Yeah.
like, I can probably say, and this is not good, but like, I'm sure every other realtor can like relate. I probably have like 10 to 20 clients that probably slipped through the cracks at some point. You know what I mean? Through my career, like, they didn't slip through the cracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either I didn't follow up, I got overwhelmed with referrals, and it was like,
It's too much.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then somebody just slipped through the cracks.
That's the worst, when they slip through the cracks and then you see them like a month later on Instagram in their new house.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
like-
that could have been.
Yeah, like, dang.
Yeah.
So that preparedness, I think that's a really big thing. Like, I think that is really, really big. That's serious.
This is a really good conversation so
Yeah,
far.
because like it's making me think now. Like,
I know.
probably a lot of stuff that I missed out on because I wasn't prepared, but in my mind, like I was. But outside of the obstacles, the great things that happen, what would be one thing that you guys say, like, something you're proud of, either that happened in 2021 or a person you met, a career move, a decision that you made, an investment that you made, whether it's personal, like, what is something that you can actually say, you know what, I did that?
Okay.
I think for me, going back to the obstacles a little bit, because it's obstacles that came from kind of growth and something good that happened, is I took on a lot more responsibility this year and just kind of learned, you know, new services to offer clients and, you know,
yeah.
other things I could do besides just buying and selling real estate. So with investing, development, construction, all that good stuff. And with taking that on, I think my biggest obstacle was really just focusing and getting organized, because it's like, how do I structure my day when I wake up at 10 in the morning? It's like, I have
It's
I
lunchtime.
have so many things I'm doing and so many opportunities and so many different revenue streams to take advantage of. But
Yeah.
it's like, how do I organize that and focus that and structure my day to make the most of everything? And that was really hard. I'm still working on that, honestly. But I think I'm getting better with just scheduling out my day hour to hour. Okay, this day I'm going to focus on this day I'm
Yeah.
going to focus on that. And I think.
So would you say like your win was learning more and pushing your own, you know what I mean, pushing yourself to learn more and getting more structured and sticking to, like, making that
Yeah.
commitment? Like, your win was your commitment to yourself.
Yes.
I think that's
That's
dope.
really good.
Yeah, that's big. What about you, Caitlin?
I had a lot of great moments in 2021. So
We're here for
if
it.
y'all don't follow me on social media, my grandmother's 70th birthday party went viral.
I was gonna say, I remember that party and I wasn't even there.
You were there in spirit.
Yeah.
It was dope. Like, that was probably the highlight of my 2021. And then another good moment was
Wait, tell us about the video.
Yeah,
What
like,
happened on the
yeah.
video that went viral?
Okay. So in the video, we had a surprise for her. We had a singer, Burnell Taylor, who's actually on American Idol. He came, he surprised her, he sung, and while he was singing, her grandsons just pulled out a bunch of money.
Oh, wow.
And was giving her money, right? And so I
Didn't she have like the bag and she was holding it?
she had her seamstress make her a money bag. She was very specific. She said, I need a money bag. And so they gave, I won't say how much it was, but they gave her a lot of money.
I love
And so
it.
she started crying, and I said, y'all thought she was crying because of the beautiful song. She was crying when she saw the
Because she
money.
paid. Sis paid.
Okay,
Like-
you gotta show us that video.
I have to show y'all the video. And then the other good moment was my decision to get back into real estate.
That's big. That's really, really big. I would say for me, my biggest moment was, I don't know if about anybody else, but I've always been hearing from other agents, like, you don't have to sell 101 houses and meet 3,000 people. Like, sometimes you could just meet that one person that believes in you
Yeah.
and that one investor or that one something, and they
Yeah.
will make sure they always bring you the business. I met that one. So my one investor, like, I love her to death. Shout out to Nancy and Joe. Like, they literally make sure anything that's going on, they include me in it. And they bring me up to speed. I've learned so much from them. When I say I've learned so much from the buying and flipping process, learning more about the BRRRR method, learning more about wholesaling, learning about, like, as a realtor, we don't just buy and sell homes. And I think that's what people think. Like,
Yeah.
real estate is very broad. There's so many things to do. And, like, I met my one, like, it's my soul investor. I met my one, and we have done great business together. And I I love her. Like, that's my sister. Like, we tell people we sisters now. And then, like, she had invited me over for dinner, and I met, like, her aunts and uncles and cousins. So now her cousins would be like, hey, cousin. I'm like, hey, cousin. And I just absolutely love them. So when she calls me sometimes, she get on the phone, I'll call her, and I'm like, hey, Nancy. She's like, hey, my queen. What's going on? Like,
I love those. Those are the clients
absolutely,
you
yeah,
wanna
like,
find.
I love them. Like, we really, like, they're my people. That's my people. And I adore them, and I am grateful for them. Like, and I met, you know what I mean? We cultivated and nourished our relationship in 2021, and we have set crazy goals for 2022. Like, you need faith to reach these goals. You need faith to reach these goals, and I'm grateful for it. So for me, like, that was that one thing that I was able to achieve and get my person.
That's awesome.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it.
Okay, so you say you need faith to reach those goals for this year. So
Oh,
let's talk about what our goals are for 2022.
I gotta think, because there's so many.
I mean,
Right?
I know I have a lot of goals for real estate, but then a lot of goals like, personal goals.
Yeah. So for me, personally, I want to say this. Like, for my personal goals, I want to hold myself more accountable. You know what I mean? Like, kind of how you were saying, like, learn to stick to my schedule, set it, and if it's on the schedule, get it done.
Mm-hmm.
I am really like squirrel. That's me. So somebody called and be like, hey, girl, what you doing? You want to go catch lunch? Girl, no, I know I need to get some work done, but you know what? Where we going? Let's, you know what I'm saying? And I really need to learn how to, like, if it's not on the schedule, once these things are done, I think Lori was talking about it. Like, when Lori was like, listen, give yourself the top 5 things that need to be done on your to-do list. And if you make sure you complete those, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Then everything else, if you know you have to put it off the back burner, okay, cool. But, like, at least make sure you make your to-do list and give yourself that time to complete those things. So for me, like, 2020, I need to do better at staying consistent and, like, holding myself accountable and, like, no excuses. Waking up at 10 a.m., I have not done that in 2 weeks, so I am proud.
Yeah.
Sis has been getting up between 6 and 7:30. Between, you know what I mean? I hit the alarm clock a couple times, but, the dang on watch be going off, the phone. Listen, but I set 18 different alarms because I am notorious for, like, 5 more minutes. 8 minutes, 6 minutes. Like, what is that
Like,
time?
do I really need to make this money today?
Making all type of excuses. So for me, like, just, holding myself accountable, and obviously more deals. But I think more than anything, I want to bring awareness and knowledge to people. I hear so many people talk about so many misconceptions in real estate. Like, who started this thing with 20% down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who told people this? Like, where did it come from? Like, I'm really trying to understand where it comes
The
from.
YouTube gurus.
Like, where does it come from? And, like, who took it and ran with it and taught everybody else the wrong stuff? Because people could have been had home ownership a long time ago, but here they go thinking they need 20% down. And that is not true.
Yeah, it's sad to think about the people that, like, waited and, like, got that 20% down. It's like, no, you could have bought a house
3,
years
you know
ago.
what I mean? 17% ago.
Yeah.
Like, you could have been had, you know what I mean? And then there's programs. And right now, with how the world is going, like, the government is dumping money into the economy. Like, they are dumping money into the economy. There are programs, there are grants. You could get grants just for being 5 feet tall if you look. You know what I mean? Like, there's grants for everything.
I don't make the cut for that.
You missed it by 2 inches.
Yeah, 4'11".
So there's just so much money and opportunity and programs, and there's so many different resources and different professionals and all of that. Like, that's mainly my thing for 2022 is educating.
That's a big key.
Educating. Like, that, once you have that knowledge, everybody, you know what I mean? You good after that. You don't know what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So without that education piece, like, home ownership is still going to be kind of scary to people and all that. But, like, once you have the little pieces and the tools and the resources, and you have, like, really good professionals on your side that can teach you those things and give you comfort, home ownership going to be exciting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A little bit less stressful. So that's my 2022, what I'm looking forward to. What about you?
Those are some good goals. So for me, of course, I want to, close deals and be successful in real estate. But my main goals are, I would say I picked out my theme words for the year. So
Ooh.
it's drive, storytelling, and consistency. So when I say drive, meaning push myself harder than I did in 2021. Meaning like I'm just not going to give up. I'm going to keep pursuing this. And then storytelling, that's really for, social media. Telling a story for every transaction.
Oh.
And not just telling my client's story, but taking people on the journey with me. Like I said, I started in 2019 and I was not successful at all. So I really want to be a storyteller.
It's that growth.
Right.
Like this.
And then what did I say the other word was? Drive, consistency.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of different plans and things that I want to do, but my goal is to just be consistent with everything.
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful. I think that's wonderful, and that's going to take commitment.
Commitment, yeah. I should add that. That's
Yeah.
another
Make that commitment. Make that commitment, because there's going to be the days, like, what do you do on the days where it's like, I don't feel like it.
Yeah,
Right.
Consistency is hard.
It
Like,
is.
I don't feel like it. Like, consistency in itself is a job.
Yeah.
I lay there sometimes, I'll be like, girl, if you don't get up, get up, get up. So my cousin came up with this 5-second rule. So she'll text and she'll be like, are you doing the 5-second rule? I'm like, more like 25 seconds.
What's the 5-second rule?
Basically, like, if there's something that needs to be done and you are hesitant to do it, you got 5 seconds to get up and do it, or else you'll never do it.
Right, okay.
Make yourself do it. So if you say, I got 3 referrals today and I have got to get this list out to them, or at least make some point of contact or send emails. And you like this, like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. You got 5 seconds to get up and get it started.
Right.
Otherwise, what's going to happen? You got to do it. You end up, tomorrow going to come.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be done with in the kitchen, wash a load of laundry, and everything that you didn't feel like doing, and now the next day is here.
Yeah. Why do we procrastinate?
I have
don't
no
know.
clue. I don't know. As humans, we just, I don't know. But the crazy thing is,
rule. I love that.
yeah, when she told me that, I was like,
Yeah.
I got
5 seconds
to do
late.
it.
I mean, I might do a 10-second rule.
Yeah.
But it's something to kind of like pep talk yourself. And then
Right.
she told me about it recently, my cousin Taylor. So, and she's in the same position. She's growing and she's doing different things, and we'll call each other. She'll be like, yo, cuz, 5 seconds, 5 seconds. I'm like, okay, all right. Like, it took me about 25 seconds, but I got it done.
Right.
And then the more you kind of make yourself do things and pep talk yourself, the more you'll do it.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty freaking cool. Like, after 5 seconds, I'll be like, okay, you went over that time limit. Hold yourself accountable. You are tripping. Get it done.
Wow.
Get
You
it
know
done.
what? I think our why has to be strong enough for us to really be consistent. Like, why
like
did you
that.
become a
Why am I doing
realtor?
this? Yeah.
You know,
Ooh, I
what,
like
what
that.
made you want to get into real estate?
I like that a lot. Like,
Yeah.
that is deep.
Like, if your answer is, oh, I just wanted to make money, you're probably not going to last long.
Yeah.
I think money is the last thing you should
Right.
think about, which sounds silly, but it's like, don't
No,
chase
but-
the money.
yeah.
Chase the work, the people,
Yeah.
If
and the
you're-
money will come.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is that Floor coming in?
Hey, Floor.
Such a beautiful surprise. Come and join our conversation.
Guys, we have a special guest.
Come and join our
Special
conversation.
surprise
We're just
guest.
talking about, our last year and like going forth in 2022, and then the things that we want to do. Some things we overcame, and just like some of our wins. Thanks for coming in. Like, nice surprise to have you. Like I said, we've already kind of talked about our 2021 and our 2022. Like, everybody's had really interesting lives. What was your 2021 like?
So 2021 was my first year in real estate.
Really?
I didn't know that was your
Me
first year.
either.
Yeah, I got my license in March, and I
What?
joined. This was the first brokerage, so
And girl, you hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Come on, Floor.
Awesome.
Come on.
so it was my first year, and it was exciting, scary at first, still scary. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
But I guess it still feels like I am still in my first year. So
But you're bold enough to do it. That's good.
Yeah.
That's dope. So, like, what is something that you got through in your first year that either nobody told you about, or like you may have heard about it, but you didn't know it was going to really be like that?
so much, but everybody worries about like their first listing. Where is it going to come from? And there's a lot of pressure behind it. But I think you just need to like Kayla said, don't go in it with the money, you know, don't
Yep.
with the money mentality, but just with the mentality of I'm gonna help somebody, I'm gonna, you know, do the best job that I can to like sell their home, and it
Yeah.
really does just show up, you know, when you least expect
Yeah,
it. So just be open to the opportunity when it shows up and be prepared, even if you
Yeah.
don't know. Like what you're doing, just be ready to ask questions and be honest if you don't know what you're doing to figure it out and give, you know, the client the right answer.
Okay. And then like, so since this is your first year, did you have any closings, whether it was a lease, a listing, you represented a buyer, you did a commercial, whatever it was, did you close on anything in your first year?
Yeah, I did.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
We were just talking about like no one in their first year ever does anything. Like
Yeah.
it's so hard, and you've already got
So
multiple
you're already
deals.
ahead of the game.
That is so dope. Like, do you want to tell us how many, or like just the fact that you closed?
So when I first started, I was focusing a lot on you know, with CRV and looking for lots. So I got so much practice with, you know, the contracts. I was
Yeah.
putting so many contracts
Lots
out.
of knowledge.
Yeah, so the first lot that they told me, you know, yes, go ahead and put a contract out. I was so excited.
Come on,
Didn't know
Florida.
what to do, but, you know, figured it out. Lori's so helpful. The team is so helpful. So it was, you know, that...
It got
picking
you through it.
Yeah, so it was a lot of experience at first with the brokerage. And then I worked with my first seller, listed their home, helped them purchase their new
Girl,
home.
your first year?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
awesome.
Here, this one ain't do nothing the first year. I didn't do nothing. Like,
I mean, didn't produce at all.
nothing. Just,
Yeah,
Just chill.
and
I got licensed though.
that's what I was expecting too, because that's what everybody was saying. So that's why I mean it when I'm like, it's gonna come
Yeah.
out of nowhere. You know, you just
Yeah.
have to believe in yourself, have the confidence,
Consistency.
Be consistent with reaching out to the people that you already do know. Because like my first client, she's one of my friend's sister's friend. So it was somebody that was an
Didn't we
extension.
just say that's the first client? Usually somebody like a
it's
friend.
usually
Yeah.
relative.
It's always like that.
Yeah, it was an extension of my own personal circle. So nurture, you know, your
sphere,
your
as they
sphere,
say.
not just. Don't make them feel like you want to sell them something, but just be genuine. You know, whoever you want to be friends with, or whoever you want to have communication with. You know, be
Relationships.
intentional about it, and set up, you know, little coffee dates to
Yeah.
catch up, and not just random text messages. Like, don't forget I'm a real
Yeah.
estate agent.
Yeah.
You know, you want
Yeah.
to keep it open and be
Build
yourself.
relationships.
Yeah.
Don't just try
So-
to sell them something.
Yeah.
What is what's 2020 looking like for Floor? Like, if we can say 2020 and Floor
2020
here.
is gone.
2022. 2022. Yeah, we don't want to relive 2020. We don't want to leave the 2020.
Let that go. It's in the past.
What does 2022 look like for you?
2022, I'm thinking of the word is expansion. I feel like I want to expand my knowledge when it comes to, you know, real estate, expand the team. There's so much opportunity. The amount of opportunity in the brokerage with the builder, you know, there's room for everybody. And so, you know, being on the lookout for agents who would be good at doing what we're doing. I think that's the word for me.
Okay.
That's really good.
So, I know this year everybody talked about 2022 goals and the things that we want to do, but like, what's going to be like your one word, your mantra for the year or for the month that you are like?
I think
You're-
expansion.
Expansion?
So my word for the year is propel.
Ooh, what about you, Kayla?
We're gonna pretend it's one word, but level up.
And here go our broker now. I like that. Lori, what do you think is what's going to be Coton House's word for 2022?
You know, so far it's been growth,
Ooh,
and not just growth of what we're doing, but growth of us.
I love
our,
that.
Our mind and
I absolutely love
souls
that.
and what we want.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're definitely 2022. Hold on, wait. The producers are talking. Hang on. This is just in. Yep. 2022. Coton House is going to be up. 2022. Coton House is winning. Okay.
All levels. Hey, what's your word?
My word is going to be this year reciprocity. You know what I mean? Reciprocate the things that people are pouring into you. Pay it forward for the next person, and remove yourself from things that are distracting you and keeping you from your goals and keeping you from being the best version of yourself. That's for me for this year.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love
Yeah.
it.
Take us
Yeah.
out.
All right, well, thank you for tuning in. Be on the lookout for our future podcast episodes. We're going
Yes.
to have different real estate agents showing the team, showcasing everybody's talents, giving our perspective on real estate, Houston culture. What else?
Lifestyles.
And a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun
I mean, you
first.
saw how great these ladies are.
Fun
so.
first. You know what I mean? New subdivisions. Like, I think everybody's on the new build kick right now. So we will
Yeah.
be touring all of Houston and surrounding areas and talking about things. So just be on the lookout. We look forward to talking with you guys. If you guys have questions and you guys want to talk about different topics, you guys have concerns or just want to know information, hit us all up. I'm Venetia Brown, and on Instagram you can follow me under Venetia Brown _realty.
The Kayla Pilot on Instagram.
And I'm Caitlin Sales Houston on Instagram.
I'm _Flor Carina.
Okay.
And I'm Coton House.
I've been working all day.